Hey guys, this video is for those of you who are not attending Zoom. I just want to make sure that you completely understand the lesson and what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. I highly encourage you to attend Zoom because, excuse me, we're doing a lot of discussion, a lot of just analyzing, and it's a good idea for you to be there. But if you're not, make sure you check out the week at a glance. So the first hyperdoc, the one that's posted, this says Monday through Thursday. Here are the steps that you should be doing. So if you access your HyperDoc, it goes all the way through Thursday. Just make sure that you're following the pacing guide of it. So Monday, what you're supposed to be doing is just introducing yourself to the idea of a protagonist as an outsider and watching the video that's posted there in step one. Make sure you read over your learning objective. I will analyze the protagonist's behaviors and motivations so that I can explain how writers create complex and believable characters. So, authors, they create these characters to make us want to read more about them. They create these characters to show us that we can connect to them as well. Okay, so Monday, all you're supposed to do is just read this and watch this video here. And on Tuesday, we have a virtual discussion. So if you open up this document where it says virtual discussion, it's going to take you to a page. So after you watch the video, what you're supposed to be answering is a question about this young lady, Diana, who later becomes Wonder Woman. Okay, so if you're on an iPad, you have to click present, and then you'll see the comment down here. But if you click on a comment right here, this open comment history, it's going to bring you to the question. So here's the question you're supposed to be answering. Move this. What makes Diana an outsider, and how is she different from the others around her is the question. You should be able to see that right here down on the highlight or even up here in the comments. Okay, so that is on Monday, and then what I want you to do is continue. And while you're reading, you're going to read an excerpt from The Night Circus, which is a story that is about there's a lot of magic in it. So keep that in mind when you're reading. Something is going to happen in this first excerpt that shows that. So the father, Hector Bowen, is an illusionist, and he goes by the name Prospero the Enchanter. So that's like his stage name. And his daughter, he's going to meet his daughter Celia for the first time. So as you read, think about that first impression of Hector and Celia, and ask yourself, do they behave in a way you might expect in this situation? Also, think about, what do you learn from them or about them from this first brief interaction? So you will scroll and first read. If you're in class, we do a first read with some reading strategies. And then I read it to you. That's why I'm recommending that you highly are there, especially for those of you who struggle trying to get through the reading. And then go back and make sure that you answer those questions in step two. So this right here is part of your grade. Make sure you answer them. Okay, so the next day we go to step three. How would you describe Hector Bowen? Go back and highlight any details, dialogue, or actions that stand out to you, and then answer the question, what do these things tell you about him? And you're going to do the same thing with Celia. Make sure you use two different colors of a highlighter. Today we'll be doing the home group discussion. So if you're on your own and you're not on Zoom, you can't do this, but just go ahead and answer this question right here. Did either character behave the way you expected? What surprised you about them? And then make sure you complete this reading task. So this is where you're inferencing, you're thinking a little bit deeper. What drives Hector Bowen, just from what you know about him in this passage? So in other words, what does he value or believe in? Think about that scene where he realizes that Celia might actually be valuable to him. Okay. How does that influence the way he treats her? And for Celia, what makes her an outsider? How does her status influence her behavior in the scene? So remember, she's being dumped there, right? It's not her choice to be there with her father. It just is out of her control. Okay. So what makes her an outsider, and how does that influence her behavior in the scene? When you are finished with this, your last thing to do is make sure you complete this exit ticket in the folder Monday through Thursday. Okay. So what you're doing is you're thinking about any character protagonist that you know who might be considered an outsider. It could be from a story, a movie, a novel. And then I want you to just tell me who they are, and what actions and behaviors or characteristics make them an outsider. Okay, so any movie, any novel, anything that you're really familiar with. So here's an example: blank in the story or the movie, blank is an outsider because, and then just give me an action or a description that makes them an outsider. And that will be this is a grade, so make sure that you do it. If you have any questions, please come to Zoom. See you guys later.